Let's see if they can cash in. Lamar Odom.
How about that?
Welcome back to the LADE Show. Today we have yet another special guest, our second current Laker to come on the show, Lakers shooting guard Max Christie. Welcome.
Max Christie.
You guys for having me. Happy
Welcome.
to be here.
No problem. Where you from, bro?
I'm from Chicago, the suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
Northwest suburbs, Arlington Heights.
Wilmington Heights?
Arlington Heights.
Arlington Heights?
Yeah.
Wait, Lamar, when you see Max Christie, there's like two big things that come to mind. One, his display of maturity at such a young age. People talk about that. And two, he looks like Kobe Bryant.
A little bit with hair.
No, he does, bro.
With a curly fro.
I'm saying there's a video that went viral that like it was the bottom half of your face and like your cheekbone.
I can see
structure,
that.
whatever.
I can see it a little bit. They can fade.
I can see the facial, like the jawline and,
Yeah.
sort of the facial structure.
Yeah, so you saw that go viral. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, especially being a Laker
Yeah.
and seeing something like that, watching Kobe a little bit growing up.
Yeah.
So it's really cool just to be compared in any way, shape, or form to someone as great as he was.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back. You're 19 years old. You're entering the draft, and
You were 19 when you got drafted?
Mm-hmm.
I was too.
yeah,
Welcome to the club.
and
That mean you can hoop.
Yeah.
If you're 19 and get
100%.
drafted.
No, you played 1 year at Michigan State, right? Yeah.
One and done?
Yeah. So you're 19 years old, and you get drafted to the Lakers. So kind of take me through the whole
Damn,
process.
you got drafted right to the Lakers at 19 years old?
Yeah.
Well, Kobe was, how old was Kobe? 18?
Kobe was 18.
Yeah, he
I
came
think,
out of
yeah.
high school, so he's
You got to be mature for that shit.
Yeah. So
sure.
take me through that, like just the whole process. You enter the draft, and then you all the way to the point where okay, the Lakers are going to select you, Max.
Yeah, the pre-draft process was very it was tough, to be honest, because I think my one season at Michigan State wasn't phenomenal, could have been better. And so I had to do a bunch of workouts. I think I did 12 to 13 workouts.
Did you kill your workouts? What?
Yeah, I played really well in most of them.
And how were your workouts? Were they just you doing drills or you had to go at somebody?
No, we was with a group of people. I think it was 6 people usually, including me. So we were doing drills to start, but we were playing 3-on-3, 1-on-1. So it's very competitive for
Straight
sure.
up. Yeah.
Any players in that workout that we might know by name or face?
Malachi Branham, he's a rookie this year for San Antonio. Bryce McGowan, he's a rookie, or not rookie, sorry, second year, both of them. Bryce is with Charlotte right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of guys that are Kendall Brown, he's with Indiana, he's a second year too. So a bunch of guys, that are in the league right now that we really had to compete against. So, doing 12 to 13 of those are tough. And it's sort of like a prerequisite to like an NBA schedule. You're traveling a lot to all these different cities, seeing different faces, meeting new people, really getting your first taste of what it is to be an NBA player. You meet all these execs in front offices and, coaches. And so it was tough, being young, 19 years old and experiencing all this really, really fast. So it was definitely a maturing period for me. Then we had the combine and doing all those interviews with those teams too. And then more workouts really. And then draft came around and that was probably the most nervous I've ever been in my life. I was actually in the draft. It was obviously in Brooklyn, so I was there.
Yeah.
The draft was in Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's at Barclays.
That's dope.
So
I'm from Queens.
Where did you get
Shout out to
drafted? What
Queens.
city
Right
were
back
you? Were you when you got drafted?
DC.
Hmm.
DC, 1999.
It's the year I was born.
Yeah. For
Good
real?
year.
That's the year you
Good
were
year for
born?
us.
Damn. How many years was that ago?
I'm 24.
24?
Well, I'm 25 in
25,
2 weeks. Yeah.
That was 25 years ago I got drafted.
Yeah.
Fuck myself in the butt.
You're old now.
Huh?
Nah, I'm drunk.
I'm getting old, but getting
No, you're
old
right.
is a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that day was crazy. I mean, I got picked by the Lakers with 35th pick, and it was really cool. The moment I got drafted, it's like you're going to the most historic and prestigious franchise in NBA history. So doing that at such a young age and being a part of such a historic program and a historic franchise, and you got guys like Bron and AD, Russ was on the team at the time, and so, when I retire, I can say I got vets like, who are your vets? Bron, AD.
Yeah.
Well, shit, when you retire, you can say you played with the best player of your generation.
Exactly.
Yeah, possibly of all time. It's
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
Yeah, so.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I'll be sticking to him. Like you need to be asking him what he eating, what he working out,
sure.
what he working out at.
Yeah, we'll get into that for sure.
For sure. But
Shit.
yeah, it was a whirlwind for sure. And then, it's all worked out the way it has. So it's been a lot of fun so far.
A quick announcement. We had Max Christie sign a jersey, and I'm going to give it away to one lucky viewer. All you need to do is subscribe to The LADE Show on YouTube and comment on this video, and I'm picking a winner in 2 weeks. Now back into the episode. Yeah, so what was that first realization that you were going to play with LeBron James? Because I know you're 21 now, but you were 19 at the time, and everyone who's around that age is obviously a big fan of LeBron, or they've seen him play and they know he's one of, if not the greatest players of all time. So what was that like?
I mean, yeah, growing up watching him, and then honestly, as soon as like, maybe 5-10 minutes after my name got called and you realize you're going to Lakers, you think about who your teammates are going to be, and
Right.
LeBron is obviously one of the first ones that comes up, and it's just super cool to be able to be a part and watch someone like him, how dominant he's been for so long. He's been so dominant that I watched him growing up, and now I'm his teammate, right? So
just absorb it, bro.
yeah, absolutely. I've been hounding him with questions, and really what I think I've been doing more of is asking questions, but really observing.
Yeah,
that's kind of my way.
Well, that's how you learn the most.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's my way of sort of learning.
Yeah,
of course I ask my questions, but I really want to see how they're going through the routine, how he's working out, how he's recovering his body, how does he approach games, mentally, what is he thinking, and so.
Yeah, because the time with them, believe me, it's going to be, and not because of his retirement and thing, but it's going to be a lot shorter than with him. You know what I'm saying? I wish that I took advantage of, all the times I was, with Kobe. This is even before his passing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was basketball or on the court or off the court.
Yeah.
I wish I would have just soaked everything up.
So do you have advice for him? Because you play with Kobe, he's with LeBron, and he's with LeBron now.
Yeah, no, he's got it down pat. You know what I mean? Just we want to be a fly on his wall as much as possible. And just make yourself present.
Do you remember your first interaction with LeBron?
Yeah, it was early morning workout. I think it was around 6 or something like that. So the summer. Couple weeks after I got drafted. I remember my strength coach's name is Randy. He was giving me all this protein powder and protein because I was a little bit more frail at the time.
Right.
Yeah. And so he's giving me all this. Hey, I need you to take this multiple times a day and whatnot. So my hands are full with all this. And Bron's in the he's in the waiver thing. He just finished working out on the court. He's coming up to me. My hands are full, and so like I'm going to sit all this stuff down, and then he's like, Max, congrats on, being drafted. Happy to have you, all sorts of stuff. So that was a pretty cool moment for me. I think everybody has that one moment the first time you met LeBron.
Yeah.
Especially kids my generation.
Yeah.
A lot of, the younger guys who actually grew up watching him. And so that's a moment that I definitely remember. Yeah,
and what's like your relationship with him now, 2 years later after that interaction?
Yeah, it's great. We talk, every time we got practice, I'm like I said, I'm always observing him, always seeing what he's doing to this day, 2 years later, seeing how he's, taking care of his body and how he's approaching practices, games, shoot-arounds, things of that nature. And so,
what about the relationship as far as the teammates, like in general? Like, do you have a team that gets along? Do y'all hang out?
Yeah, we really get along. It's a good group for sure. We got a lot of funny guys on the team, and like it's bigger than basketball. So we get along. On the court, off the court, we're always sharing jokes, group chat, we're texting a lot. So.
Yeah, we're going to need y'all to get along defensively on the court because our defense is inconsistent. And that's
well, yeah, I don't know if you saw, as of February, we have the number 2 defense in the league.
Yeah, we've gotten better, I think.
You see how that changes the wins and loss columns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We're 6 games above 500 for the first time in, I think, 2 years.
What place are we in right now? Do you know?
We're ninth,
I think.
And we're a game back of 8th and a game and a half, or I think, a game and a half out of 7. And we're playing Sacramento.
It's just like last year's a tight race.
It's going to be fun.
It should be tight. We're going to win a championship this year, I think, after our defense steps up.
Darvin's a defensive coach, so. TickPick is the official ticket partner of The LADE Show. On TickPick, there are no service fees, so the price you see is the price you pay. TickPick has the best prices and the same seats as the other sites, except cheaper prices. I have season tickets, but every time I'm on the road, I always use TickPick. Use code LADE for $15 off your first purchase on TickPick, $99 or more. Again, code LADE. Let's get back to the episode. But I wanted to ask you, you have a lot of knowledgeable people in that room. You had Russ, you have LeBron, AD, you have Darvin, you have Phil.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest lesson that you've picked up? I know there's been a lot, but what's been the number one biggest lesson you've picked up from those guys?
I would say the first thing that comes to mind, especially with Bron, is his recovery process. So that's the first thing I really wondered coming in. Like, dude's been at it for 20, 21 years now, and he's been so dominant every year. And so I'm wondering, how are you recovering so fast? How are you still at that? How is your body not breaking down, right? And just watching how he goes about that with ice and saunas and treatment and massage and so much stuff, right?
Yeah,
so
that's really.
I try to adapt as much of that as possible. I don't really try to copy it, but I like to sort of mold it into my own process and my own routine.
Yeah.
And then I would say the biggest thing I've learned just from observing everybody really is, everybody says the season's like a marathon, right? You know, it's a long season. And I think when everybody says that, they're really talking about like the physical aspect of it, how your body's breaking down, all this travel and whatnot. But to me, I think the hardest part of being in the league is the mental side of the game.
Yeah.
Obviously on the court, playing the game within the game, but also off the court too, all the travel, a lot of the games, I feel like in my situation too, where you got to stay ready all the time. I think that's one of the hardest things that I've ever done.
Right.
Playing some games, not playing other games, not knowing when you're going to play. And it's really difficult.
Yeah.
And so
I couldn't imagine that.
it's really tough. And so I think
It was like that last year too, right?
Yeah.
You had some stretches where you played ball.
Yeah. And I think even this year now, last year I didn't play at all post trade deadline. And, now, I've carved out a little bit more of a role and I'm still playing a little bit more, but it's tough, man. I mean, there's games where I don't know if I'm playing, then there's games where all of a sudden I'm playing 25 minutes.
Right, you'll start. Yeah, didn't you start some games?
I started games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I
Do
think
you want to play more?
absolutely. Who wouldn't?
bro,
Yeah.
let me tell you. Fans,
I mean, some people,
No, I'm saying, like,
I've played with players in the NBA, like, they might have been 7 foot, but
they don't want to play.
they didn't really love
Nah,
Yeah.
Max
the
is-
competitive
But the fans,
shit that you need to
from
take
the fan
playing
standpoint,
the NBA.
they want to see.
They
Max
want to see
play.
Max Christie.
I'm not gonna say names
Yeah.
of like players they don't want to see as much, but like they're like.
No, you can name a name.
Nah, I won't. But
All right. Well, now you need to name the
I'll
name.
tell you off camera. But
No, fuck that. We're here. No, you told me off camera.
the general like talk around Max is we want to see him play more because with the minutes you've played, I think the plus minus is really high, and the eye test, like you see you're making big plays, deflections, playing good defense, making key plays. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what the fans are thinking about him. He definitely wants to play. All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to control what I can control.
Yeah.
That sort of ties into what, like you said, what have I learned from everybody is control what you can control. So
That's a great way to look at it.
yeah, and so
That's something Phil would say.
I think a good example, I remember we played in Phoenix not too long ago, actually. We won that game, and I didn't play the whole first half. And then I remember, Coach threw me in the second half, end of the third quarter in a big game, close game. Phoenix is a really good team.
Right.
I remember the first possession, KD blocked the shot. He missed a breakaway dunk, and then I came back, had an assist to AD, and hit a three. Mm-hmm. And so I think one thing that I've matured in is, I think last year when I made a mistake, I feel like I would just get down, put my head down, because I felt like I need
move on to the next play.
Yeah, that's something I struggled with a little bit, and then, sort of adapt and control what you could control. And one things I can control is my body language, my attitude, moving on to the next play. And so I think that game was sort of a perfect example of that. And so
No, I
I've
see
learned
it.
so much
Fans
just
see
from
it.
being
I mean,
around,
like,
so.
I have my community, and I see a lot of things, and that's the way people are talking. Like, they see Max.
That's a mature young man that understands body language is big.
What advice do you have for him? Because you obviously were playing really well, and then you got moved to the bench, and you had to accept that role. We've spoken about it on other podcasts. But
Well,
what
first
do you
of
feel
all,
about it?
you playing in LA, so your jaw should always be half full.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's a beautiful opportunity. You're in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting paid a lot of money to do what you probably would be doing for free.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you're a Laker.
Well, I'm speaking on the aspect of being patient, waiting for your time, because I'm sure every player who has confidence knows I could be starting on this team and doing whatever I want.
Yeah, but I mean, that time will come with. I think he understands hard work.
Yeah.
And work ethic, and if you keep that up, then it'll pay off. They'll see it, and then if the Lakers don't see it, then somebody else will see it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
So this is your second year in the league, and we were just speaking about it, but what would you say has been the toughest adjustment coming from Michigan State and playing there and then coming to the Lakers? Would you say it's playing time, or what? Like, what do you think the challenge
Before
is?
you start, at Michigan State, were you the number one option, or did y'all have some other players on your team that made it to the NBA?
No, I'm the only player that's in the NBA right now.
Yeah, so you would have go, man. You
Yeah, I
were
played the most minutes on that team, for sure.
PrizePicks is the most fun I've had, winning up to 100x my money this NBA season. All you need to do is select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection, and place your entry. If you have skills, you can turn $10 into $1,000 with one entry. I personally love selecting more on LeBron for points and more on rebounds for AD. That's been my sweet spot. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what makes PrizePicks the #1 daily fantasy app. PrizePicks offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday, where every Tuesday PrizePicks discounts a player's projection up to 25%. PrizePicks now offers Apple Pay for quick and easy deposits. Go to prizepicks.com and use LADE for a first deposit match of up to $100. Start playing PrizePicks, daily fantasy made easy. Let's get back into the episode.
You guys lost to Duke that year, right?
Second round, yeah.
Yeah,
round?
I remember. I was watching.
So that had to be hard from going from the man. And,
Yeah, the biggest adjustments are mentally, for sure. And we sort of spoke on it earlier. It's hard playing. I think I played 35 minutes a game at Michigan State, and last year didn't really play at all. This year it's been up and down, and so it's been a difficult adjustment mentally. And I think the way I'm looking at it is what's happening now in these last 2 years is going to prepare me, and it's just been a growth process for me, so that later in my career, and I look back at it, I'll have a way different perspective on it.
yeah.
And I'm just building a lot of mental skills, a lot of mental fortitude, a lot of tough skin, building patience, and learning a lot of things. Like, I don't think last year I was really talking about control what you could control and being patient and working out every day and trusting the process. I wasn't talking about that last year. Last year I just wanted to play. I didn't understand it, what's going on,
Right.
all sorts of stuff. And so this year has been a culmination of all those struggles from last year and even a little bit this year, and learning how to be patient, learning how to know that your time is coming, and like I said, control what you can control, trust in the process, that whole sort of deal. So mentally, like I said it earlier,
You're
like
a mature guy, right? Lamar, this guy was born in 2003.
Yeah.
2003.
Wow.
yeah, mentally is, like I said, mental to me is the hardest part of the game.
Yeah.
I think everybody is
That is the
physically,
game.
Yeah, everybody's physically skilled enough to play in the NBA. That's in the NBA.
That's the game of life. If you have your, if you have your health, you want to be the.
Well, that's what makes these great players so great. Like Kobe, LeBron, like Michael Jordan. Their mind was super sharp, and like
Exactly.
their
Tiger
coaches
Woods.
like Phil Jackson, like it's all mental, like
Exactly.
meditation.
So
Exactly,
much.
Zen.
It's just the way that I think, because it's just the way guys will handle emotions and they handle adversity, because everybody experiences it, So, even when it comes down to, like, I don't know, nerves before games, right? Everybody's got nerves before games sometimes, and
I used to always jerk off. When I think about it, because that probably took some of my energy.
Wait,
You know
what?
what I mean?
That was your pregame ritual was to jerk off.
At home. I mean, yeah, I was at home at the crib.
Interesting.
Bust it
Max,
down.
you have a pregame
Hotel
ritual?
room, I bust it down. That's why sometimes I would rather play on the road. Word up.
yeah,
funny,
so yeah. But when it comes to like nerves, like I think there's two different ways you can go about it. Some guys will see it as, like I'm nervous, I'm not ready. And then some guys will see it as their nerves as a way of their body and their mind getting ready to play, right? And so I've been working on that too. I used to be like nervous before games. I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm doubting myself, whatnot. And then now I've switched the focus to the nerves is good, means you're ready to go. You care about what's about to happen.
How have you done that? Was it just through experience, or are there good mentors that you have?
Yeah. Experience for sure. I think experience is the best teacher. You got to go out there, and especially your rookie year and even this year, you're going to have some embarrassing moments out there. You're going to have some, moments that you wish you could take back.
Yep.
And so I think experiencing that, and then once you do experience it, unpacking it and seeing, how you can do it different. And so, I got someone that I go to and talk to pretty frequently about, these sort of things. And,
Yeah, mental health.
yeah. So
Do you have a welcome to the NBA moment that you remember? 'Cause you're a guard, and there's a lot of good guards in the league.
Yeah. I remember rookie year in Phoenix, kind of early in the season, I think. This is when Chris Paul's still on the team. Bron's out, 80's out. So we're just out there hooping.
Yeah.
I'm guarding Chris Paul, and he hits me. Screen's coming, he hits me with a reject, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he rejects the screen. I'm trying to catch up. Hits me with a nasty snatch behind the back, and I'm just out the picture.
Fucked you up.
Yeah. And then, we're running back down. And the worst is when you kind of get messed up and you're running back down and you're running right in front of their bench.
Yeah.
They're all talking to you.
Everybody's talking to me. Everybody's, where you going, man? He ain't over there. Nobody over there, man. And so, yeah, that was a good welcome to the NBA moment for sure.
Where you play ball in the summertime? Like how you keep your game?
So I go back and forth between here and then Chicago. So this summer I worked out with Drew Hanlon out here, just working out every day, really getting ready for summer league. Summer league was where I really played most of my like basketball games in the summer.
You gonna play this summer?
This summer league?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you 3 years in.
Yeah, I don't plan on it.
No.
So
I get it.
yeah. But that's where I get my summer work in this year, at least, or last year.
You lift every day?
Like every
other day?
I try to lift 3 to 4 days a week. Usually I lift on game days. So
Do you lift on game days?
Facts.
You don't get like sore? I don't know. I'm like,
I had to find that balance actually. So, I see sometimes guys lift right before games.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys lift after
Just to
games.
get that.
the juice flowing.
Yeah, it just makes you feel like you're working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like to lift in the mornings before games. It just gives my body time to recover before the game later that night. But
So you're from Illinois and you grew up there. You went to Michigan. Now you're in LA. So what's that been like? Living in a city like LA, a lot of distractions, and then the big lights.
I know you was like, damn, they got a lot of women out here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess.
And you a Laker? You 19 years old?
That's what it is.
I would be.
That's what you said to Cole. You were like, you're white. You're living in LA. You're a Laker.
Yeah, you would. I would be taking them down two at a time.
Yeah, what's it like
just
being in LA?
That gotta be should be a preference.
It's way different than Chicago for sure.
It's warm.
The weather is the biggest difference, absolutely for sure. And then just being out here, like it's just Los Angeles, it's LA. So growing up, even elementary school, middle school, even high school, everybody's talking about I want to go to LA, I want to live in LA, because that's where it's just one of the nicest cities in the country, let alone the world, right? So
Chicago style pizza is different. You ever had Chicago style pizza?
I don't think I
have that, bro.
I don't know.
I
haven't been to Chicago yet.
No.
Oh, okay. Go in the summer though.
Has the
Summer?
Lakers,
I was planning on going to a game in Chicago, but it would probably be.
Taste of Chicago, right? They got something called the Taste of Chicago. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that like what is that?
It's like they bring the food out and food
Deep
venues
dish
and
pizza.
stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm down. No, I think we'll
Chicago
try
style
plan that
pizza is
next
real
season.
good.
Yeah, the winters are brutal for sure. Didn't really
Fuck
snow that
that.
much this year, but summers are really nice. You got the river through the city, and it gets warm down there, so it's a very, very nice city to be in the summer.
Lamar, what's your advice to Max? Just like
Wear a condom.
no, for real.
No, for real.
No.
What you talking about?
No,
yes. For real.
But I'm saying like
That's great.
Yeah.
everything. It's like city.
Just work. Just work and show up. That's it. Be on time.
No, I wasn't saying wearing a condom is bad advice. It's good advice. But I'm saying like
100%.
I thought you were gonna start with something else, like just be focused, listen to your coaches.
No,
wear a condom.
no, before that. Before that, because this is LA. I know he wants to be outside and enjoy the city and everything that the city has too.
There's young guys getting taken down right now.
That'd be the first thing I would tell him if he was my son.
No, I heard.
But just work. Let's put the work in there. It'll all pay off. Promise you.
What do you remember about your first few seasons?
Losing.
Right.
I lost a lot of games.
Clipper, 2 years. How many years were the Clippers for in the beginning?
I think it was 3 or 4.
Yeah. So what was that like?
Well, I got suspended twice for smoking marijuana, so I wasn't as mature.
That's right. It wasn't allowed back then.
Yeah, as this young. Y'all can smoke weed now, right?
I don't. I've never
No,
smoked anything.
don't start. But I'm saying y'all
You're
can
allowed
now, right?
to,
You're
yeah.
allowed to, right?
You're allowed
So
to.
you couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it, cost me a couple of dollars
Was that your?
and some But what was harder for me was like we was talking about before was the mental part, because you got to remember back then if you smoked marijuana, you would look down upon. You would look like you wasn't gonna make the best. You wasn't gonna reach full potential. You were detrimental to your teammates, everything around you, everybody around you. You know, they really wasn't big enough the medicinal.
Now it's a
worth,
whole game.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of marijuana, so it cost me $30 million, but that's okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Because what year was that? Like, was it your second year?
Yeah. Well,
$30
my
million.
third year, my free agent year.
Oh shit.
Right. So
fines are hefty.
Yeah, I signed and I didn't, got suspended. I did lose games.
Yeah.
And then I signed for a nice contract, but I'm pretty sure it would have been nicer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Max, learn from Lamar's mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, but just work, bro.
Yeah.
Let's put the work in.
It seems like he has a good head on his shoulders.
Let's put the work in. Try to beat Braun to the gym. Because I heard y'all don't really practice a lot, which I don't understand how y'all gonna win as a team, especially being in this hole.
Well,
if we don't practice a lot. So
do you guys practice a lot? Like,
no, they don't.
Not too much.
Not too much.
So
I just think just because we're in the season, you got Brian, you got AD, we got some vets that are a little bit older.
Right.
So they try to keep them off the court.
Well, I mean, yeah, but y'all could still.
No, I think someone was telling me you have like an optional day or something.
Practice.
I think I don't know who was on the team. It was like we have like an optional something day.
I mean, if I'm the Lakers coaches, right? That's perfect that they're older because I want to practice sets that we're gonna run when AD and LeBron are not in the game.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Why not everybody else get better as a team, and then we know we got them. But that's just my personal opinion.
We know, you're Mr. Triangle.
I am Mr. Triangle.
Mr. Triangle offense.
You know what I'm saying? I am.
Yeah. Do you think that will work in the NBA right now? Because Lamar's big on that, but there's people that don't think it would work anymore.
It would.
Well, I'm asking Mr. Christie.
I mean,
he hasn't ran it. He's never been around it before.
You've seen it. Well, actually, you've seen it, right?
Well, he's seen it win.
No, I'm saying because I asked him. He said he was 7 years old when you guys won in 2010. It's like you don't really remember that much.
No, he can't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not the pure basketball aspect
good
of
basketball
it.
being played.
But I mean, it is good basketball. I got the diagrams of it in my fucking house.
We call Dargan right now.
You know what I mean?
So what are you doing in your free time? Because you, like you said, you guys don't practice that as much as Lamar would like.
But a lot of free time.
What are you guys doing in your free time? Which teammates are you hanging out with?
You play the game? Play the video game?
Yeah, for sure.
2K or
Nah,
He streams,
Call of
Lamar.
Duty?
Yeah,
Do you
I do
stream?
stream a little bit.
Stream. I watched
I've been
it.
dibbling
Twitch?
and dabbling. Yeah, I've been dibbling and dabbling into that realm a little bit. But
Trying to build the brand, Lamar.
yeah,
Gotcha.
if I'm not playing basketball, if I'm not going to practice, I'm not working out. I golf a little bit, and I'm playing video games or I'm watching NBA games. I really don't go out. I don't think I've been out once since I've been here in LA.
Out mean like clubs and
like clubs, yeah, not once. 80's birthday's today, so
yeah.
they got a little something for that. But
A little party for
I'll be
that?
there for
He's
that.
31. He's getting old.
He's gotten old.
But
yeah, that's about it, man. I don't really, I think everybody, like you said, the young guys come in, everybody wants to do that nightlife stuff.
Right.
I'm not me. That's not
Well, how do you meet people? How do you like?
What's your mindset?
So I saw you go
It's
down
like
to
if
the
you wanna
valley.
come here, you
Where
wanna
do you live?
I live in Playa Vista,
Playa Vista. Part of town.
Marina, kind of by Marina Del
Yeah,
Rey,
by Marina, yeah.
that area by the water, sort of.
I don't know that.
But yeah, I mean, friends outside of the Lakers, not really. I really hang out. We got a little group, like equipment managers, some of the trainers, some of the strength coaches.
Yeah.
That's like my crew.
Is that like purposely? Like you trying to really just focus on ball and do what you're supposed to do here? Or is it just because you don't really know anyone here? Because you're not from here?
Well, yeah, I don't really know anybody really for the most part. And I've never really been that kind of person, even in college and high school. Like I just didn't, go out a lot.
You got a dog? Live by yourself?
Live by myself.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about a dog, but the thing is, like, I'm not there half the time.
Yeah, you travel a lot.
Yeah, I'm not
You
there half
guys
the
are-
time. And it might be more of a pain than it is a benefit. But Yeah, I mean,
You married? You're not married, are you? You talk like a married man. This
Bro,
motherfucker
he's
is
21.
I know, but he's like really mature.
no,
He
I'm
is. That's what I'm saying. Remember Phil? We had Phil on last year, and Phil was talking about. He's like, "Yo, Max." This is before he was getting playing time. He was like, "Max is gonna be. He's the real deal. Like the way he approaches
But
the game, his mentality."
just work, bro. Because everybody looking at you and they believe me, they notice.
You any good at golf, by the way?
I'm all right. I'm not as good as like
Austin.
Austin. And,
I suck a dick at golf.
Yo, pause.
I can't get it off the tee. You can pause it, rewind
I'm
it,
all right.
fast forward it. I can't get it off the tee.
I'm all right.
We got to go to the range. I'll take you to the range, Lamar.
You play?
Yeah, hook me up,
A
bro.
little bit,
A little bit.
but like nowhere near like Austin and stuff. Like
Yeah, Austin's really good.
I'll go to the range and I'll be able to smack the ball.
The
but
biggest
I'm
business deals that are made on the golf course here in
For
America.
sure. The thing about golf is it's super relaxing.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You could take it from an approach of like a relaxing standpoint where you're in nature, you're out, you're with a couple friends,
Yeah.
playing a fun sport.
Can I bring my marijuana blunt
Do people smoke in
on
golf?
the golf course? Huh?
Is that
Sure
like
you
a thing?
Smoke a
sure
cigar, right?
sure
You
you
can
can.
smoke a cigar.
Cigar, yeah.
Sure you can.
You could stuff the cigar with a little
I mean, there's
A little some.
golf girls are pretty cool too.
golf girls.
You
I'll
might,
tell you
you
another
might have to
time.
check that out.
What is that? That sound like a porno.
No.
Of course,
Definitely not
Of
that.
course.
No?
Definitely
What is
not
that?
Nah. No, just go the outfits these girls wear when they're playing golf.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll show you after. So we're in the final stretch of the season. We're fighting to get out of the play-in. What's kind of the level of focus right now with the team?
Well, I mean, we're obviously, like you said, trying to get out of the play-in. We're trying to get the best seed we could possibly get heading into the playoffs. And I think the mindset around us right now as a team is, don't get me wrong, we're fighting for the best seed we can get, but we are confident that, you know, with the guys we have on our team and the way that we displayed it last year,
Yeah.
we're confident going against any team in a 7-game series. And obviously we want to get the best seed to get the best comfort level going into the playoffs. But everybody's focused on winning as many games as possible towards the end of the season, right? And then when we get into that playoffs, it's just it's a whole different level. Seeing it last year, it's just the preparation is different. The aura around the team is different. Everybody's focused right now, though, for sure. I think 80 said it last night. We're catching our stride. We beat
Yep.
3 of the top teams in the NBA, and Minnesota's number 2. OKC was number 1. Milwaukee was number 2 in the East.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Last night I did some
Good
digging.
moves.
We've beaten the 9 out of the top 10 teams in the NBA.
yeah.
Who was the one team we haven't beat? You know? I know you know.
Yeah.
Boston?
Nah, we beat
We
them,
beat
bro.
Boston.
We did?
Without LeBron and AD.
At Boston, right?
In Boston. I was there.
In Boston.
Nah, it's Denver.
Yeah.
Every time we play them, they're like we're playing really well, and the last 2 minutes
He start flinging it
just
behind
goes,
his
it just
head.
goes their way. But
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
he
funny.
puts it behind his head. And
Yeah.
it just
Cashes
yeah,
and
it gives
slams it
me
in.
PTSD. But fans are funny. Fans are like the Lakers shouldn't get out of the play-in. They should stay in the play-in because if they get to 6, they'll probably play Denver.
No, you don't. We don't play to lose. We like it.
Well, no, I know. I'm saying
Play to be the best.
I'm saying I know you guys stand. I'm sure every player watches the standings and the scoreboards towards the end of the season, whether you want to admit it or
100%.
not.
There you don't.
So, do you ever have a memory of like when you were saying, okay, I don't want to play this team?
No.
Never. Like it was acknowledged in the locker room. Like we need to lose tonight, so we don't. This is the last game of the season. Like we need to lose tonight.
I
We
didn't
don't
really
play this
see
team.
any pussy moments in our.
That's what I would hope.
Only pussy moments that we had was that in game 6 of the Phoenix series. You probably could tell me better than.
Well,
I can
2010.
remember. No, when we were up 3-1.
Oh, when you guys blew it. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
What?
Damn, I took that personal when you said
You
that.
guys blew a 3-1 lead.
We did blow a 3-1 lead.
That was pussy.
Very much so, sir. Very much so, sir.
You guys wasted.
I think that year we could have probably made it to the finals too.
you wasted
because
Kobe's game winner.
We did.
You see that game winner like this?
Yeah.
We lost. Yeah. Nah. I know you guys.
Yeah, we did,
I'm not
but
trying to duck anyone. We
no,
know
that
It's
yeah,
just saying
that year, I think we could have won the championship that year because I think Dallas made it to the
Yeah.
championship against the Heat.
Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a dope series right there, right?
100%.
Shaq versus Kobe.
We were robbed.
Heat versus.
That's one of the biggest robberies.
We'd
And
have
also
beat them too,
LeBron. Also,
We'd have beat them
2009 was one of the biggest robberies for NBA fandom. LeBron versus Kobe in 2009. The Magic beat the Cavs.
Yeah, Dwight showed up though.
Yeah, he really did.
Mhm.
So I want to ask you, what are you guys thinking about that?
Who?
Like, oh, we don't want to see LeBron in the final. Like, we'd rather not see LeBron in the finals. No.
No.
All right.
What you think he wanted?
LeBron or Kobe?
Yeah, that's probably what he did want.
You think Kobe wanted LeBron? No, I'm asking. I'm not like doubting. I'm asking you. Got it. I got the answer. Speaking of Kobe, we're gonna wrap it up with this. Kobe had his statue unveiled last month.
Yeah.
One of 3. Obviously, you're a Laker, and you've been in the city long enough to know what he meant to the city.
Mhm.
So, kind of speak on him and his legacy and how he's relevant to the Lakers currently in your locker room. What he is.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we talk about him a lot. Even in the NBA, you see guys wearing his shoes all the time, right? You see guys with tattoos of Kobe.
Look at his neck.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm
He's got
saying
it on his
that's the magnification and that's the impact he had on not only the Lakers but everybody in the NBA that's been a part of the NBA. And so, being a Laker, you know,
Just work, bro. I can't say it enough. Like, when
It's the truth.
when you feel like you're tired, you're really not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You got Coach Handy there, so you can stay sharp with your shit.
Yeah. It's a good
And,
situation.
I mean, there's a lot of 2 guards out there. Well, you play the 2, right?
Yeah,
Who's the best young 2 guard on Anthony Edwards?
he's up there.
He's up there, yeah. There's a
Right.
lot of 2s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Lot
if
of
you got to
teams.
say if you got to, put somebody to go after or
Mm-hmm.
put somebody on your mark, but just work, bro.
Yeah.
And the blessings will come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That actually ties into our final segment. We're gonna finish off with some rapid fire questions, and I was gonna ask, do you model your game after anyone?
I like to watch Devin Booker a lot, for sure. We played him earlier this year, and he was just frying me, to be honest. So I've been a fan of him since I was younger too, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's been cool to, see him play in person, guard him. And I know he models his game after Kobe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's someone I like to watch, especially when we're playing him, guarding him, seeing how he.
Well, I don't
what
really
he
have
does.
any experience, but if you're a 2 guard, you should be able to play the 1.
Mhm.
I think.
It's kind of how it is.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Because
Have you
that's
played-
just a
have you played the 1?
mindset change.
Yeah, in high school I played point.
That's
I
right.
was really 1 through 5.
That's just a mindset
Really?
change, really.
Yeah. Defense, I was like the center. I was in the paint.
Wait, what? In college?
High school.
Oh, in high school. I was like, oh. Well, how tall were you in high school?
About 6, really same 6.
Yeah, so you
Six
were
four,
big.
Yeah,
1 through 5. Is that what you did, Lamar? In
I
high school?
was
Played
gifted,
everything.
bro. Yeah.
yeah. I was in the paint on defense and on offense. I was bringing the ball up.
So what's been your favorite NBA moment so far?
Favorite NBA moment? I would say so far. I want to say last year, that Golden State series last year.
Yep.
I didn't play, but it was really fun to watch. And usually when we're playing other teams, and I did this last year in the series, I kind of pick one guy on the other team that I want to observe, right?
Mhm.
So Steph Curry was the guy I chose last year against the Warriors.
Makes sense.
And it's the same thing. How do you approach? How does he? I don't get to see him outside of the game, but how is he? What's he reacting to when he makes mistakes? How is he reacting? What's his body language like? I think the biggest thing I noticed about Steph though was national anthem. He's doing breathing, like deep breathing, and I do that to this day.
Yeah.
Every national anthem, I'm doing deep breathing, and so I'm saying I just try to find little tidbits and nuggets that I can adapt into my own routine.
Right.
So Steph was who I chose for Golden State. Memphis, who did I choose for Memphis? I think I chose Ja for Memphis.
Yeah.
Thing with Ja is just his fiery demeanor.
Yep.
And so the passion he has and the passion that he plays with, that's something that I like to watch too. And then Denver, I chose Jokic. And the thing I noticed about Jokic is, and you kind of see this on social media too, I think he's one of those guys that is super nonchalant about games.
Totally.
And I feel like there's two different types of players. I think there's guys like LeBron who's super zoned in all the time, super zoned. Kobe, zoned in, locked in, film, everything down, T's crossed, I's dotted, everything. And then I think there's guys like Luka and Jokic. I'm not saying they're not locked in, but you can tell that when they're playing the game, it looks like they're really having fun.
100%.
Nonchalant. They take it seriously, but they don't take it too seriously, right? And that's something I've been teetering with still too.
But
like
they don't have, they're not. They're not.
Because I think you can take things too seriously to a fault. That's when you start to get indecisive, paralysis by analysis. And then a lot of guys talk about when they're in the flow state, they're not thinking about anything.
Playing.
They're just playing. They're nonchalant. They're just out there letting their body do their thing.
Is that something you do regularly, where you will pick a player, playoffs or not, and just kind of focus on them, or is it something? We have Steph in town, or we have Luka or Jason Tatum.
I would say, well, last year I wasn't really playing in the playoffs, so whenever I'm watching, especially watching games, I like to pick a player on TV. If I'm watching, I think Boston played Phoenix the other day.
Yeah.
And Book was out, so I'm watching Tatum. How was he reacting to mistakes? What's he playing like? Stuff like that.
Right.
And
Tatum missed a big shot the other day, huh?
Against who?
I think it was Phoenix in the corner.
Cleveland.
You're
He
right.
had that fade against Cleveland. They called a foul.
Yeah.
But it was an
gets
offensive
leg out.
foul. Yeah.
I'm sure you're happy about that.
Yeah, I like it when they mess up. Even though and as a player, I like Tatum and Jaylen Brown as players.
But
I
they're
wish them
Celtics.
all look success.
You do?
As players.
As players, yeah, all right.
You feel me? I hope they get off when their team lose.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah. That's
But we don't. But they're looking scary this year. I know you said they're not. You said they're not going to win it.
Huh?
Exactly. You said they're not going to win the championship this year. You said they're not even going to make it to the championship. That's what you said. You told Meta that. I'm pretty sure.
I hope Milwaukee gets them. Or Embiid not going to come back, right?
I don't know.
It's looking rough.
Yeah, I don't know. Couple more. Who's the toughest player you've ever had to guard?
Devin Booker, because I think he gave me 20 straight.
Really?
And it was the same move.
What
Coming
move
down
was it?
top of the key, little sort of like a float hesitation, and then I'm on his hip still, but his bump to create that much separation. And then what he got me with a lot is Kobe did it to his bump and then his shot fake.
Yeah.
So he'll hit you with the bump and he just shoots it, makes the first time.
Yep.
Goes to the same thing, bump. Now he shot fakes. Now I'm in the air.
Yeah.
And then he makes it.
Yeah.
And one.
Yeah.
And so
That must
now,
mean he must be stronger than people think, too.
yeah, and I'm sure that and now, especially in today's game, D-Book scored on me twice. So now they're hunting me. Bring him up, bring him back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm switching on him, and I'm still taking that challenge, but he was tough to stop for sure.
Yeah.
So him and De'Aaron Fox gave me problems last year for sure. His change of speed, how fast he
The
is.
fast guy in the league.
Yeah, I mean his in and out, his change of direction. It's really hard to guard for sure. It's when you play with speed and you play with force, it's hard to stop anybody.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Yeah. We saw him the other night. Career high 44.
Yeah.
Dropped it on us.
Yeah.
We're gonna see him
Giannis,
again
for
on Wednesday.
example, he's big.
We got them again
also,
Wednesday.
but
What do you say, Lamar?
We have them Sacramento Wednesday.
Yeah. I'll make the drive out.
yeah, we play them on.
Oh, you want to go to the game?
Oh, we need to beat them. And we got to get some content.
That'd be a good game to go to. If I'm here, I'm going.
Want to come with me?
Pause.
She'll drive. Bro,
100%. You talking about coming?
why
with
is your
me?
mind always thinking about these
'Cause
things? I
I'm
said you want to come
crazy.
with me.
I'm crazy. I'll definitely come with you.
Okay, you're weird, bro.
I'm gonna definitely come with you. 100%.
Let's end this episode.
I'm gonna come with you.
No, what were you saying about Giannis?
I was saying going back to how you playing with speed.
Yeah.
Giannis plays really fast, especially in transition. That's what makes him so hard to stop. And
Yeah.
then on top of the fact that he's a very, muscular dude.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And the last question: if you weren't in the NBA, what do you think you'd be doing?
I'd be a pilot.
A pilot.
Yep.
That is really interesting.
So my dad is a pilot for Delta.
Oh wow.
No way.
So I'm pretty fascinated by planes and how they work and all sorts of things. So
Have you flown with him before, like in the cockpit?
On like Cessnas and propeller jets.
Yeah, like a smaller plane.
Not
yeah.
like anything you would fly commercially.
Right, you wouldn't be allowed to.
Yeah, you're not allowed in there.
Yeah,
Your pops
that's
had his
really
own plane?
No, no.
Oh.
He's just he just flies. You know, when you take a flight or when you took a flight to Boston, he probably
He could have been.
Could have been a pilot.
yeah.
He
the
could have
pilot-
been.
the pilot that flew you there could have been.
Well, they're also an official sponsor of the Lakers, aren't they?
Yeah, we fly
Maybe he's
Delta.
flown one of your team planes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully they gotta switch the plane though. He doesn't fly our team plane. If they switch it, then,
That's dope.
Yeah, but Max, honestly, I'm genuinely excited to see your career progress because you see how mature he is,
Yeah,
how
I'm also-
locked in he is.
Yeah.
You know, just very focused on the task at hand, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting. I hope you're, a Laker for life. Hope to make this deep playoff push and just continue.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, Max.
Proud of you, my boy.
Appreciate you guys having me here. Man.
All right,
It was
no
a lot of
problem,
fun.
bro.
Man.
A lot of fun.
Thank you, Max.
Yes, sir.